watching Doom Eternal Review Alpha Male Gaming Among Us Edition by Max0r. What is that? I couldn't tell ya. Let's go. Let me know if it's like too loud. Wrong captions. Oh. Oh no. What the hell? I've never played a Doom game. I'm sorry. I should be better. I love the soundtrack though.
Doom Eternal is a game with so much testosterone dripping from its orifices that
True! Have you heard the music?
In this adventure, you play as John Doom, a man stricken with irrationally severe autism who does not consider or think through his actions and effects on other people. And in his quest to save mankind, kills God, and Satan God.
Why is there 3 gods?
If this in-depth and engaging hardcore male gameplay
alright, Astolfo, hello?
This game is of course the sequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 with a few key differences.
That is Sonic!
Alright then, I'm going to shit yourself.
What the hell? Oh, that's badass.
And builds off of the gameplay and challenges that we love. Then extends them some more off of a fucking cliff until the product that emerges out the other side resembles crack concentrate. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you've probably played the game since I don't actually want to help people buy things. I'm here to entertain people, and if you're clamoring for entertainment and haven't purchased this game yet, do yourself a favor. There's enough male hormones here to transition someone, and I can guarantee you results, my fellow Sigma males. So whether you're
That's me, by the way, I'm a Sigma male.
To modern Doom games, come with me on this amazing journey through Twitch gameplay, beautiful environments, nonsensically
I love the soundtrack. That's like my favorite thing.
Mongolian throat singing. For money is temporary, but Doom is eternal.
Gameplay. Oh, let's see how the gameplay is.
I would say that Doom Eternal's gameplay is quite
What do you
unique,
think about
and
it,
not
Max?
for the reasons that you would think. Everything in Doom Eternal is funneled directly into a single, robust, multifaceted, multinational, and unilaterally combat system from which the entire game is built around. But Max0r, I hear you thinking, that's every game ever. Yes. Every good game ever. If I, for instance, became 12 and booted up GTA 5, I would be able to do at least a dozen unfun activities. Doom's design is focused harder than the average Persona fan on his local playground, and that is special. You will play the game in the way that is fun, or you will lose. So as good as 2016
I don't want to lose, though.
a Polygon journalist could beat the
Hi,
first
Blast,
half,
welcome.
and that's unacceptable, because yes, it is actually unfun to play games after having a lobotomy. In other games, I get to choose between things like stealth, vehicles, or outright
I would know
combat.
if I had a
Yet
lobotomy.
Doom Eternal asks the question, why not force you to use every mechanic all the time without stopping? In a world where AAA
hold down
studios try
W.
to pander to everyone, it's refreshing to have a game that sets out to do one thing the best, and actually have developers who give a shit about linear design and gameplay. And the main component of that gameplay is the arsenal, because
That is a
John Doom
badass
uses every
weapon, by the
throughout
way.
the game. The first
That
shotgun
weapon's
is
so
used in the
cool
last
looking.
level, and the last level is used by the first shotgun. When you get an upgrade,
He
it
doesn't
isn't
say
a
that. He
replacement,
doesn't
it's a
actually say
genuine
that.
addition to your arsenal. Every one of them has specific uses, and yet these don't interfere at all. They enhance. How do I kill an enemy? Well, shoot his hands off. Fire a rock,
shoot
fire
him.
a ballista, fire flame, freeze him, fire on his freeze and froze shotgun, brain aneurysm. Just as important as how you kill is how you heal and how you restore. Fortunately, the aggression of this game rivals my dog in a kindergarten. Like real life, the only way to get ahead of the competition is to kill them. How do I heal when low? Kill them. How do I get ammo back? Kill them with a chainsaw. In addition,
With the
most weapons in
chainsaw
the game have
specifically.
2 mods which completely change their behavior. Such stunning examples would be the microwave beam, the automatic shotgun, and the fucking destroyer blade. God, that shit's cool. But
That's
on
my
top of 8
favorite.
weapons, 12 mods, and a declining mental state, we keep going. More than any one weapon, you'll be using your suit abilities, and they all have individual buttons. This is in addition to the 8 that you use for weapons. These would be
all
things
of the
like
buttons.
zoom for
You
fast,
have to
grenade
press.
for
You
death,
literally.
Swedish
Okay.
grenade for life, punch.
Okay. How to win a Doom? All right. If you want to know how to win and like succeed in the game and actually beat it, what you have to do is smash your head on the keyboard and go left and right. All right, just like that. Smash head on the keyboard, left and right. Basically, face roll and you'll win.
Punch for no reason, and a flamethrower for armor. I play Invoker in Dota 2, and this shit makes me play my keyboard like it's a fucking Moonlight Sonata. I thoroughly recommend playing PC and never using the weapon wheel for maximal Ritalin output. And if you can't switch weapons fast or play on easy mode, That's fine, man. We're all busy. How about I give you two
There you
more
go.
buttons? You thought I was
Two
done.
more
There's
buttons.
2 ways to kill a demon in Doom Eternal. The fun
Sorry,
way or
sorry. The one, literally, if you want to play Doom, you better have a whole keyboard and your mouse better have a keyboard attached to it, okay? That's how many buttons you're gonna have to press. That's how many buttons you're gonna have to press with this game, alright? You're gonna need from Q to M on your keyboard as well as like 47 buttons on your mouse, okay? You're gonna need like a lot.
To maximize the funniness level, we have the Crucible, which is a direct, instantaneous kill on every enemy.
How many
Giant
buttons is
area
that?
boss,
At
dead.
least 5.
Previous area boss, dead. The
Dead.
final boss, fuck 'em.
Dead.
Now I hear you thinking,
Goodbye.
Josh, that sounds pretty strong.
Does.
Oh boy, buckle your ass. Because the second super weapon on my extensive list of 2 things is the BFG, which canonically stands for Big Fucking
The big-
Gun.
yeah,
Also
yeah, yeah.
canonically, it fires a hole directly into the core of Mars.
You can't just
The
shoot
Death
a
Star.
hole into the surface of Mars.
Yeah, you can.
Now, I could kill an enemy the long way, or I could kill him and his
Or,
dog
bro.
faster than the ATF at Waco. It clears out everything you
And
can
save
see
the Harmony.
instantly. I am so thankful the game limits how many times you can do this. Now, I understand that at first this may seem
No, Matt, they're the
complicated,
follow.
but that just isn't true, because the entire game is
Get
effectively
'em.
a tutorial for hard mode. And because you're always learning as you play, it never feels stale. Doom
Oh my
even lets
lord.
you choose what stats and runes to upgrade. I spec
It's so
entirely
much,
into
by the way.
mobility and ammo,
So
making my
much. Yeah,
character
the
a
Unmaker is
crazy,
beast of a
crack-addled spider
weapon.
monkey. As a side note, we should release dozens or possibly
Oh.
hundreds of macaques into New York City. They can survive
No.
there. Why does Thailand get to keep
That's
all of
so
the good
many!
monkeys? So what more is there to learn about Doom Eternal? Well,
Ooh,
have
it
you
is
ever
not
given
Love
thought to
Live,
the various
okay.
unwashed baboons that I'm fighting? The answer may shock you. Those are the... As you may have guessed, there are at least 3, perhaps 4 demons in the game, which is a lot for someone who is
It
a
is a
small,
lot.
blonde anime lolly, such as
Yeah.
myself. But it's the
That's
variety
me,
of
by the
demons
way.
that make the game interesting. Demons can fly, they can roll around like hedgehogs, contract obesity, and be bastards.
Oh.
Who is Sandy Loam? Who is Tsushima? Amy Rose? I didn't know she could stand. The point of the entire game, therefore, is to balance targets, switch weapons, and scream internally as you repeatedly
True,
fail to
because
be
it's Doom
cool, just like
Eternal.
high school. What I'm getting at is every demon has completely different behavior and goals from one another.
Yeah,
The
but there's
Doom
like
Hunter
4 of
rolls
them.
around in a comically small tank. The zombies, like us, exist to die. And the Marauder
Oh.
produces controversy. He does a lot of
Oh.
damage, blocks your attacks, fights you at wild speeds, and can only be attacked after
That
blatantly
guy's
signaling.
crazy
So
and
I
cracked,
personally
by
have
the
no
way.
issue with him, as I find the challenge fun and engaging. And if you don't, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you're
You're
bad.
wrong.
I'm not getting into
Yeah, you're
details
bad
for
too.
each one, since that's not funny. But don't worry, there are 27 of them without DLC. And if you're
Yeah,
wondering why I'm
just
fighting
wait
the
for,
entire
like,
cast
the
of
DLC.
Dante's Inferno, you're actually the minority. This game tries at every moment to make exposition collectible. Why is there just a fucking big spear in the planet, and why is heaven comprised entirely of moth people?
You cannot stop the procession.
Why are they hot though? I mean, what?
It feels like one guy wrote the events
me
of the
out!
game, and another guy invented LSD just to write the backstory. So I'm going to combine both of them into a single, accurate interpretation of the Doom lore. If I say something objectionable, just pretend that it's right.
There you go. Lore.
One
It's time for
Brazilian
lore.
Years ago, there was a guy
What
named
the
the
hell?
Dad who was effectively
Oh,
God,
Dad!
and he made moths in
I
lamp
don't know what
heaven
that
called
is.
the Makers. Every 10,000 years, all moths combine their collective consciousness into one giga
Lamp.
moth called the Khan Maker, who is
Lamp.
the Moth Pope. So the moths rule over the galaxy, sort of, until Earth happens, and then we start fucking everything up. The Moth Pope finds John Doom after a spree of murders, and he explains to her that yes, hell exists. It's
Yep.
weird that humans knew about hell before God. Anyways, the Moth Pope, after finding out that hell is real, very reasonably decides to sacrifice a planet to it. See, it turns out that God literally pieced the fuck out like 10 million years ago and let the moths do whatever they wanted. So now the Khan Maker cannot be replaced and cannot die, so she sort of goes insane from the constant immortality. Now the plan is to get
Yeah,
some
she
of that
goes
sweet hell
crazy.
energy by repeatedly sacrificing entire
Scout.
planets to the Dark Lord in exchange for it. Meanwhile, a sentient robot named Samuel Hayden is very busy on Mars.
Oh,
Earth
he's
has this
cracked.
problem called climate change, and we
We
need to
do.
find a new energy source. So
We
instead of
do.
something hard and difficult like solar power, Samuel Hayden is like, what if we extract this cool blue energy from hell?
Oh.
Also, it's on Mars. Earth does this until hell begins breaking into Mars, and
Here's a
John
follow
Doom
bell.
stops them, which is the plot of Doom 2016. This makes Samuel Hayden
Yes.
mad because he's
He's
funded by
mad.
the Koch brothers and really
This
doesn't
guy
want to
doesn't
build
know.
a windmill. So
He
instead of
doesn't know.
destroying the demonic crucible, he just brings it back to Earth and catapults John Doom into the backstory planet. If you think
What
that sounds
the hell?
unreasonable, just
That
remember
is
he considered
unreasonable.
blotting out the sun before building a fucking solar panel.
I only poo-poo farted for the good of humanity.
Unsurprisingly, demons invade to recycle Earth into blue energy for the Moth Pope, so John Doom has to fight both Catholics and Hell. And as you go through the game, you might notice that it just brings up random shit at will. Like, oh sorry, the Soul Factory is being held there by 2 gigantic titans, and it's like, okay,
Hear me
I guess
out.
Attack on Titan is real now. Doomslayer, you'll need this knife to kill my son. Oh shit, what'd he do? He's the giant uncontrollable demon titan. The plot of the main game, to understate it, is psychotic, and acts as an increasing checklist of galactically convoluted tasks. Just in this one game, John Doom finds an ancient city like 3 times, goes to the North Pole to kill Santa, fights Croatia, does a little trolling, does a little cockfighting, invades heaven, and permanently kills God, but we'll get back to that. Doom 2016 took place on Mars, but this game has you slung around the universe on a fucking bungee cord, so I understand.
Wait, plus, have you guys ever been on one of those
this
things?
Game has you slung around
Wait,
the
look,
universe.
this little contraption here. Has anyone ever? I have never been on one of those. I'd want to, but all the memes that I see are just people just dangling there. They're literally just dangling there, and it's crazy. No, you haven't. Wild. I want to. I want to see what it's like.
So
it looks pretty fun.
When people say they don't play Doom Eternal for the plot, they're just wrong. I play Doom Eternal
for the
plot,
music,
and that might sound strange
for the soundtrack. It's so good.
It does everything that it needs to. We are painfully aware that the plot exists as a contrivance because the environmental designer went fucking ballistic. I just don't care. I played every single level, gleefully wondering, oh boy, what stupid shit is next? I cannot fucking wait. So play the game for the plot. It is integral to the experience of Doom Eternal. Oh, but Max0r, there's a plot hole. How did the Doomslayer get the first? Everything I've said so far, except some of it, applies in full partially to the base game. But there's $40 dues of DLC where the gameplay is faster, the challenge harder, and the plot somehow even fucking worse in all the right departments. 2016 was a wash. Eternal is Usain Bolt, and the Ancient Gods is fucking Venezuelan inflation. You thought it was over when John Doom beat the demons and destroyed all of heaven.
Go look it up. Go look up Venezuelan inflation. Actually, you want to know what's worse than that? Dude, Sonic, the fast food place, the prices have been going up like crazy. Like, it's horrible. If you like go Google and research it, just look up Sonic inflation. It's crazy. Anyways.
But you were wrong. That's just the beginning. And with both parts of the DLC now fully out, my recommendation cannot be understated. Let's get into why, and more importantly, what. This section of the video is going to be different, far more structural, and aligned with the plot of the DLC. Because the gameplay isn't what's new about the product, it's the challenge and the story. I originally wrote an entire script for this and then trashed it because it doesn't truly communicate how this DLC drove me to insanity, and I hard cope by simping for 2D women. I will tell you if there's a very big change, but the point of the DLC is more of what's amazing. If you like Doom Eternal, you will like the DLC. Period. Okay, so Samuel Hayden, you might know him for his various appearances on political YouTube debates advocating for carbon positivity. It turns out that he's not a robot. He's a fucking angel. Also, John Doom's Alexa is God. That's not a joke or exaggeration. His name is Vega, and he is the physical remnant of God's consciousness in AI form. So Samuel, now a fucking divine being, wants you to revive him since both God and Satan are trapped in volleyballs. At this point,
why are they in volleyballs?
Because it makes no fucking sense.
Who came up with this plot?
Essentially trolling because you killed God. Why? Well, obviously to revive Satan, exclusively so you can fight him. What could go wrong? Of particular note,
that's the Goku strat. Okay, that's literally Goku strat.
Hayden, because holy shit, this fight is hard. Also, the premise is ridiculous, and my enjoyment of the game is hurt by neither. Every aspect of this is speedy, fun, and everything else I've already said about the game in general. And when you finally beat Samuel and revive the Dark Lord, it turns out he's you. Yeah. The only thing in the world that could possibly kill John Doom himself.
Is himself. That's crazy, by the way.
Can be seen. Then this holy blood.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
So now the not you decides to go to hell where we all belong, and the second DLC is just chasing him. This is, of course, where the testosterone moves into critical levels. How does one get to the capital city of hell? Well, that's a great question.
Why is it Cleveland?
Go to the planet of Argentinur, light the bat signal, learn how to train your dragon, okay? Go into the giant spear that pierces the entire planet for some reason. Get the key to the Gate of Divum. Now go back to Earth, traverse the Last of Us 2, and find the Gate of Divum. But before I get to the final showdown with Crash Crash Bandicoot Twin Sanity, there's some cool gameplay I want to talk about. You have a fucking hammer in this DLC, primarily used to
Why
defy the laws of
hammer?
gravity, but secondarily gives you everything in the game. Health? No
What
problem.
the hell?
Ammo? Absolutely. My deepest, darkest urges? Yes. As I used this, I became more obsessed with hammers than Bob the fucking Builder. And there's plenty of demons to use it on, since the DLC adds a shitload of reskins. For instance, the Spirit is a congealed amphetamine mass that makes every infested target 3 times faster. Microsoft Pinball, who is fun to fight, I promise. And the
Yeah, he's
Blood
not. He's
Makers.
not.
They
Just
are
trust
my
me.
original OC. Do not steal it. So now that we've reached Cleveland, it's time for the DLC to gain style. This is the culmination of all of our work. The final battle against Satan himself. And holy shit, you can feel it. When the Sentinel army shows up and everyone's ready to kick ass, you just can't help but feel like your dick is being tickled.
Badass.
Cleveland lives
Oh,
up
I
to the
love
hype
when
too,
my-
for
never
once,
mind.
because it's a non-stop battle
Never
of
mind.
epic proportions right up until the final boss. This is a universe which implicitly acknowledges your godlike power by making the only credible threat to you your identical twin with
It's
red eyes
literally
in a
me.
Gundam. That is
The
called
only
fucking
thing to
gameplay,
beat
and it's a beautiful
Katdragonz
send-off
is
right up
another
until the man himself,
Katdragonz
who awkwardly
lore.
waddles around the arena like a penguin, but that's fine, the fight is still cool.
Lure.
Wow, you know, it's so sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls. Got him! Now, before we defenestrate, there's a few details I want to talk about that truly complete this game, make it a real 10 out of good. Firstly, I would classify the music of this game as metal without guitars, and I fucking
True.
dig it so much.
It's
How
great.
do you make metal without a guitar? Well, you sample Mongolian throat singing and your lawnmower. It just sounds so good. Normally, music isn't very important, but it's so
Hi,
good
Jack,
that it
welcome.
becomes important. And the role it plays in setting your
Hi,
mood is
Jojo. Hi,
vital.
Jose.
Also, the main composer, Mick Gordon, like me, watches virtual
Love that guy,
YouTubers
by the
every
way.
waking second of his day.
Love that guy, by the way.
In fact, most of the music in this video is just Doom Eternal soundtrack. Guess you'll have to rewatch it over and over again to
Will
really
do.
listen.
That's me!
This game
Wait!
looks really good.
Nobody go
Oh,
back!
wow,
That was
this bonus
face
part
reveal!
was
Why
I'm
the fuck was
stroking
I in
out
that
and it's
video?
more like, how does literally anyone have time to model all of the geometry in the game? It is unreal. It is so downright inspired that it makes you feel bad while playing it. Doom Eternal is such a fast and pulse-pounding game that it's like sprinting through the fucking Louvre. How am I supposed to
Thank you.
appreciate the Mona Lisa when it looks like this? Should you buy the
True.
game? Yes, I am
Yes.
very biased. If speed and action is what you crave and you want to induce cardiac arrest early, this is your game. I would like to thank the Demonic Brotherhood funding this channel in exchange for their souls. If you would like to engage in blood sacrifice on my behalf, you can head to my Patreon to learn more. Thank you all for watching, and of course, run, they're coming.
Well, that was Doom Eternal review by Max0r. Please feel free to go and give him some likes and shubbies on YouTube. That was really funny. That was really good. It was recommended to me by one of my friends, so I really wanted to watch it on the streams. But now it is, I think I want to go play some Marble Rivals. I think I want to go rage at a video game.